All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to PreMarket Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning, and hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday, an incredible holiday weekend, actually. Peter, good morning to you. And what did you do yesterday since you didn't have a holiday, right? Were you like the only one off out of your friends? What's going
Pretty,
on?
pretty much. I mean, it rained most of the day here yesterday, so I used the opportunity to do nothing really. I
Mm,
actually rewatched some movies that I'd seen before. I truly wanted to do nothing, and needed a day off. It's been a rough couple of weeks, so it was
yeah,
good to
yeah.
sit and do nothing.
There's nothing wrong
So.
with that, my friend. Absolutely. Good morning to you
Speaking of having
guys.
a difficult
Yeah.
time, anybody out there that's using the DOS platform, I'm seeing a lot of comments in our chat room. If you're using another platform, you might be okay. I don't know, but if you're using the DOS platform, it's like Friday never existed. I'm not sure what's going on, but all the data from Friday is gone, missing
Hmm.
completely. It has Thursday, and then it skips to this morning. So, not sure where Friday is. I'm sure they're frantically scrambling to address it, but it did happen. I do remember it.
I
I'm pretty
remember
sure it
being
happened.
here. Yeah, I remember being around on Friday.
Yeah,
So
well, so I don't know.
you're right. I don't have it either. You're right. It would have been the 24th, which is not on my
24th.
screen.
So it says 23rd, and then it goes right to today. A couple people are saying that they're okay. Maybe you need to log out and back in or something.
Let me know if that works for you. I'll do the same if that takes care of it.
Yeah, maybe it depends on which server you're on. So, anyways, I'll play with it here then. But
Okay.
if you're
Excellent.
seeing that problem, we'll let you know if we manage to fix it. We'll tell you how to fix it because some people are saying that they have the data. Many are reporting that they don't. So,
Gotcha.
uh, anyways, all right. So that being said, yes, it's we're back after a long weekend. Usually that means that often means we get slightly lower volumes. We'll see if that plays out today. We do have a couple of economic events. Nothing that happened earlier. We do have. They're all minor events, by the way. 9 o'clock, we've got the home price index coming out. 9:55, we got a speaker. We got another speaker or two speakers actually going tag team at 1 o'clock. 10 a.m. This is usually the bigger of the numbers, which is the consumer confidence number coming out at 10. But we'll see if it has much of an impact half an hour after the opening bell. So we will report to you on that. There was an earlier speaker, by the way, out of Japan. We had a couple of Fed speakers that were talking in Japan around midnight. So that didn't seem to have much of a market effect, or at least not that we could tell. Again, still don't have data from the 24th, but I'll keep playing with that. So, anyways, that's what we got on the economic calendar for today. Pretty light, sort of like earnings, very light on earnings as well. So, you typically don't get a lot of companies that like to report over long weekends, so they try and avoid it. We don't see a lot of things. Obviously, nothing reported on Friday evening. That's typically the case. And very little this morning. Only one that we like to talk about just because the name is fun to say. We'll get there when we get there. Otherwise, it's time to start looking at the gappers list and see what we got going on there.
Yeah, our gappers list today, a lot in the green this morning, and so, names that we're familiar with, right? I mean, GameStop, Dell, you got AMC on here. So we got a bunch that we're very familiar with this morning. So we'd love to dig into that and see what's driving those this morning. And then gapping down, not a whole lot today. So let's dig right in, guys. Control A, Control X is going to get rid of our watch list from, Friday, although it's not showing out on my screen. But Friday was here. And let's make some space for the next one here. First one up on the list is INSM. So INSM is up 131%, 4.1 million shares traded, Peter. But this looks either like a buyout or just some very nasty trading here this morning. That's just kind of stuck at 51 here, looks like, for the most part.
Yeah, I'm trying to change my quote server here. Sorry, let me catch up. INSM, Insmed. It feels like they need to buy a vowel here. Anyways, biotech company out of the U.S. Decent float. They apparently, they have a drug treatment for lung disease. Apparently, it's had good results in reducing the symptoms with patients with final or late stage lung conditions. So that's what's got them gapping up this morning. It doesn't look like a buyout, although the price action, the chart looks like a buyout, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I would have guessed a buyout as well, Carlos, but I don't see that. I just see that this is a drug trial, but it's not trading like a normal drug trial activity. So a little weird on that one. Not sure what to make of it. I don't know that we've ever seen this trade before. It doesn't seem quite familiar. Like the letters, there have been a number of biotechs with similar tickers, but I don't think we've seen this one.
Yeah, yeah, does not look familiar to me at all. If it's not a buyout, it could actually be interesting maybe later down the line. It has volume 131,000, 4.2. Pre-market looks horrible. Spread not that bad, 21 cents there looks like. So we'll see. Let's see what this looks like in a couple of minutes, right? So we'll put it on here on our secondary INSM. I mean, tons of volume this morning. Horrible pre-market activity, but let's see if that gets any better.
I've
All right,
traded, by the way,
yeah,
for those that are reporting they have data, I challenge you on that because I want you to show me because I've tried changing to all of the different quote servers on DAS and the 24th
yeah,
still doesn't exist.
Our guy Mike, and if Mike says he has it, trust me, I believe it 100%. He's saying that
Uh,
he has data. Our
really?
Mike,
Because I have
yeah,
no candle for the 24th on any daily charts. I don't
yeah,
have any data. I've tried to change all of the quote servers and it's not there. So, oh, look,
yeah.
yeah, people are posting. Looks like Mike's posted what looks like a DAS chart with the 24th. I don't know. All right, well,
I like the way you say it looks like a dash chart, like you still are in disbelief.
well, I
Like
I don't
looks
know.
like a dash chart.
Sometimes
Who
you got to deal with
knows?
the evidence before you, right? And all I know
That's
is that
true.
I can't get it.
Allegedly, that looks like a dash chart that Mike
Allegedly, that's right.
put on there. So, all right, friends, let's take a look here. All right, next one on the list, CORT is up next. They are up 24% with a very light pre-market activity, only 204,000. And you can see the action here is pretty light this morning. So I won't be watching this one just on that, Peter. Any news even worth mentioning?
Another biotech. It typically happens on the Mondays or special. I guess it's Tuesday today, but after long weekends, another drug trial, phase 3 trial of a drug that helps patients with hypercortisolism, or Cushing's syndrome. Okay, that I've heard of. Don't know what it is, to be honest. But anyways, they had positive trial results, so that's why they're gapping up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it, guys. I'm gonna skip on it. Let's go to another one that's trying to make some noise this morning. It's GameStop. So we're up 22% so far this morning. 6.5 million shares traded. So a little bit of a pop here. Should be interesting. I don't usually trade this one, but I love watching it. It's very entertaining for me. So I'm gonna put it on here on my entertainment pile. Peter, meme stocks are in play today, looks like. I mean, I will ask you, hey, any news? But I know there's could be absolutely nothing happening, but just some cats
Well,
making some
GameStop.
noise.
Interestingly, the company had issued a secondary offering that they had announced a little while ago,
Yeah,
and they sold another 45 million shares, about $1 billion worth, 930 so million, depends on what price they actually got for them. But they were going to because they were selling them at the market, so it's hard to exactly tell. But it's odd. Normally, that causes deflation of a stock price or a decrease in price. Instead, it's gone up almost 25% here. So I don't know what to make of that. I mean, has Roaring Kitty been active this weekend? I have to admit I haven't followed it, but
I haven't followed
usually
it
that
either, man.
I mean, he's been deep effing value there. Same person. Anyways, been making moves. All right, every time he posts a picture that people are trying to interpret. Is he leaning forward? Is he leaning backwards in a chair now? Is he leaning sideways? I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, it's yeah, the game stop. Sorry, is it maybe back in play? I mean, we don't really see enough volume yet to really make a determination on that. But it's always fun. It's fun when it moves. So let's wait and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it here. I don't want to miss the action, that's for sure. So it'll be on my entertainment pile there. SMR is next. We are up 16%, 1.4 million shares traded. Hard to borrow with interactive brokers. As I look on this one here, I can see there is no shares for sure. So, Peter, this is up 16% with some volume. I know the Nuke Scale we've seen plenty of times in the past do these jumps. I don't think I ever traded it. I'm not sure if you have.
No, no, I
Yeah.
haven't. And you're right. It's been up a couple of times. This new scale power. It's sort of a weird one. It sits, I don't know, between a couple of market segments. Um, Relative. I mean, it's not a low float because there's about 70 million shares in the float, but it's low float ish. Um, I don't know. I don't really see much news on it. They got some investors conference that they were going to last week. Other than that, it's relatively lightly covered by analysts, so it doesn't get as much sort of press or media coverage as I would expect to help me understand what's happening. So Carlos, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Scout volume, guys. I again, I just looking at the pre-market and the daily. I don't like it as much here, so we'll leave it off. Um, we can't short it anyways, right? If I was able to short it, maybe I had it, have it on the list, but we can't even do that, so we'll skip on it. OKLO is next, and these guys are up 15%, 875,000 shares traded, popping up pretty nicely this morning. Was down at $8. Well, I was gonna say last trading day, but no, it was down on Thursday quite a bit. I'm not sure what Friday looks like, but it's up today, Peter. Anything good happening on this?
well, this is a regulated power company. Maybe you know them if you're in their area. I don't know. They're somewhere in the U.S. I don't know where they operate. Oklo Inc. But the only reason I see them in the news, they're again not quite a low float. They have about 70 million shares again, with a $1 billion market cap. But the CEO was quoted this weekend, or Friday, it actually was around midday, saying talking AI. So I don't know whether this is a smart move. I guess so. The stock's moving up, right? Was saying that nuclear power is the solution for all the power demands that AI is putting on the grid. So AI needs nuclear. I don't. People always get like nervous as soon as people start talking nuclear. So first time I've heard AI tied to it. So we'll see what happens. But with that, but yes, that's the DeWitt, which is the Jake DeWitt, which is the CEO of Oklo, was having a panel-based discussion where he was sort of saying that you want to solve power demands that AI is currently creating and will continue to make worse. Nuclear is the solution. So,
Yeah, yeah. All right. Again, don't like it here. Next one is going to be Dell. Let's take a look at Dell this morning, up 4.6, 472,000 shares traded. I know we saw a big increase in their price last week and into this week. They're up again, 4.6. So
mm-hmm.
they're cranking, man.
People were
What's
talking
good?
about Dell last week. A
Yeah.
couple of members in the room mentioned it, and I have to admit, I didn't believe them, and it moved. Dell did have some moves last week. People are suddenly a little bullish on Dell. So I again, not a lot of news out of the company, really. I mean, they've got some partnerships. They've been working with Nvidia, for example, for years. So I don't think that's really new. They had some earnings a week and a half ago, maybe. Was it last week? I don't even remember now. So I don't know. Maybe people are just feeling that they just remembered that Dell and Nvidia are working together. So Carlos, it's tough to tell these days, right? Because as soon as somebody starts talking AI, and it doesn't even have to be the company right now. It can be someone else talking about a company related to AI, and
Yeah.
their stock starts going. So it feels like the memers are looking for places to go to, and all you have to do is sort of mention something sideways, and they're like, "Let's run over here." Anyways, so But are Dell's earnings coming up? Somebody said they have earnings this week. I thought they already had earnings, but I could be wrong
Yeah,
there.
I'm not
Hold on.
sure. I don't recall what they did or not. Um, let's check trading
Dell.
terminal. We'll check here when they are
Thursday. Okay.
scheduled.
Sorry.
Thursday.
No, it's
Yep.
Thursday after the close.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple this week. Looking at the calendar, we got Kohl's, we got Costco. Wait, is that this week? I thought Costco did already. No, it is this week. Yep, yep. All right, so yeah, we got a few on here. Best Buy. Um, yeah, should be nice. Short week, as you can see here, off on today, off yesterday. So very short week as we get into this week here. All right, so far I like that. I'm going to add it to the list. Is it going to trade well? I'm not sure, but it is getting some action here. It is getting some movement. I'll put it on here and we'll see what that looks like at the market open. We should have talked about AMC as well. So another one that's memeing today a little bit. I don't like AMC as much as GameStop is, right? So I'll keep GameStop. You want to watch AMC, you could do that. I'm going to keep it off my list. But again, just overall memeing stuff there. As we head down, we do have NCLH. Usually these guys are moving with some type of news, but the volume is very light today. So I don't know how big the news is, if they have any. It's not big volume, and they tend to do a lot more volume than this when they are in play in the morning, Peter. Only 278,000. Anything else happening, or just overall bounce
They
here?
got an upgrade from Mizuho to a buy, but other than the upgrade, I don't really see any news on them really. A couple, one of their larger shareholders, Macquarie, adjust their holdings to increase the number of shares that they've got, but both are sort of relatively light pieces of news.
Yeah. Um, yeah, we'll keep it off. This thing is throwing me off a little bit. So the previous day close, as you can see, it looks like it's trying to show Friday's action, right? So this is the previous day close here, but the date that is showing ends here. So it's weird. This would have been Thursday. So very strange.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I hope that's fixed for the market open, because
I
that could
don't.
be
Yeah, that's what I
a
keep
little
saying.
messy.
I hope
Yeah,
before the
that could be
open, but I'm
messy.
running out of time here because it's a little weird to have the whole
Yeah,
day just. It's, oh, wait a second.
it's back for you.
Well, I have data. Yeah, it's coming back. Let's see. It's not
All
on
right.
my daily charts, but I have it on the other charts now.
Huh.
So okay, things are snapping back in here. I guess I don't know what to make of this.
All right. I'll restart in a second.
No, I've
All
got
right.
it. I don't have it on my 1 minute, and I don't have it on my daily, but I've got it on the 2 and the 5 and the 15. So
Okay.
all right.
It's there
It's
somewhere.
coming back.
Looks like it's trying to come out. Yeah. All right. The one that we all been talking about, it was Nvidia week last week, officially. I mean, it was just everything Nvidia. As we continue to pop here, we are up
That's fair.
3%, 1.4 million shares traded. I mean, this stock can do nothing wrong. This is the father of AI here. So we're gonna put them on there next to Dell, obviously in play today. Just completely crushing it as we're up another 3%, Peter. I mean, what else can we say about Nvidia and everything AI? It's just perfect.
It certainly has been moving. I mean, we can't argue that it hasn't given us trading opportunities. Nvidia and AMD both moved on Friday, assuming the day actually existed. But Nvidia, don't forget, is I just saw the comment from Jason. They can't afford it anymore. You only have another week and a half, I guess, not to be able to afford it, because as of Monday, June the 10th, it will be 1/10 of the price, whatever that price may be. So right now it's looking at about $110, right? So as of the close on the 7th, which is a Friday, they'll be doing a 10-for-1 split for all of the shareholders of record at that point, and then we'll open the markets Monday morning with that new lowered price. So keep that in mind. Oh, has it changed? Oh no. Okay, sorry.
No, no, still,
It's
yeah,
there
still
you go.
1100 almost. Um,
Yeah.
all right, I like Nvidia, guys. I'm gonna add that to the list. I think that looks pretty good this morning, and it should be a lot of fun. QCOM is next. QCOM, we see these guys once in a while. Wow, look at the chart on QCOM. They're actually been ripping here. So really nice run over the entire May. They just said, hey, we're taking off here beginning of May, and never really looked back. So
There we
they're up
go.
2.6. Not a whole lot of volume, Peter, but I mean, any news? This thing's been cranking here.
The 24th is back. I just restarted DAS, and it seems like they found the data. Somebody filed it in the wrong in the wrong database or something. Anyways, I don't know what's going on with QCOM. Pretty quiet, actually. Not a lot of news. No analysts upgrades or downgrades or reporting. There's always stuff from the Twitterazzi out there on stock twits and things like that. But I don't see any reason for a move on QCOM, but it is gapping up nicely.
Yeah, it is. It's been moving very well. Live volume, I think it's worth watching. I'm going to add it on here to my list. As it gets very extended, the volume is going to keep increasing. And, you still have the people that want to short it, people that think it's going to go higher. That's when it starts getting really busy. So I like it there. Again, not the best trading
Apparently,
stock, but this could be
yeah, I
interesting.
just found an article out of Asia. Digitimes Asia is reporting that Qualcomm is the go-to chip manufacturer for the smart cockpit market. I guess a lot of the chips that go into automotive smart driving cars, they're saying that Qualcomm is sort of taking the lead in some markets in that space. So that article could be what's driving it.
Yeah. All right. I like it. We'll put it on here. I mean, it's been it's been cranking here for a while, right? It's been looking pretty good. So we'll see what today brings out of this. Oh, look, my 24 is back. So 24 is in there
There you
now.
go.
So good to go.
Ta-da.
All
Yeah.
right. Wow. I like this one. Futu. F you to you, my friends. And if you're just
F you
brand
to
new
you, Carla.
and you're just joining us, it's a very old joke that we have on this ticker, our good buddy of ours. Some really good memories with this ticker, Peter. All right, so we are up here 2.3, 371,000 shares traded right now. What's the news, Peter? Looks like this
I
morning got
remember
really wide. Yeah,
I remember talking about it more than actually trading it. We like saying the ticker name, but I don't
absolutely.
know that I've traded it very often. They had earnings early this morning and had a good quarter. Beat on top line revenue, pretty much met on earnings. Although I see some different reports about whether they met or slightly missed on earnings, so I'm not sure. But all in all, good. They did get a couple of upgrades this morning. JP Morgan, CLSA, both upgraded the stock price to wildly different prices, by the way. JP Morgan upgraded their target price to $92 from $62. And a CLSA, or one of the analysts that I love to hate, they put them to an outperform rating and upgraded their target price from 50 all the way up to $65, which if you look at the current price is $11 below the current price. So they say they're going to outperform, but they think the price is going to drop by 11 bucks. I make of that what you will. Again, oh, the analysts. Anyways, a couple of upgrades this morning, but
Yeah,
basically it's earnings, and they had a good quarter.
yeah. We'll put that on here, guys. A secondary. We'll see where it goes. Not really showing anything crazy, but it is moving a little bit this morning. Let's see if the bell can bring more action to it. All right, that covers our gap up. Peter, anything you want to discuss that's gapping up this morning? Not on this list.
Well, you got FU to you. I wasn't sure if it was going to make the list there, and that's all I had really. It was fairly quiet. I mean, all of my semiconductor friends are gapping up this morning. A little bit of a surprise. I haven't heard any news. Tell me, guys, if you've got some articles. What the heck is happening in the South China Sea with Taiwan? It's been very quiet. I was expecting a little more news out of that, so haven't really heard much, although I haven't been actively looking for it. But my Chinese stocks, Baba, Billy, Baidu, PDD, although Pinduoduo, anyways, they're all fairly quiet this morning, moving nowhere. The semis are up a little bit, so I assume that means things are very quiet out there. But I'm just waiting, right? Like we talked
Yeah.
about Friday, waiting for the news, right? Because you would think that if there's news of any aggression happening in the region, we'd hear about it and we'd start to see stocks move probably down. So it might go be a little too quiet. I agree. It's maybe the eye of the hurricane type thing, right? It's that false quiet when, yeah, it makes you nervous, right? It's so quiet. So, well, anyways, all right. So yeah, nothing to report, Carlos. Really, other than I said the semis are suspiciously up on no news. The Chinese stocks are pretty flat. Everything else is sort of gapping either up or down in a minor fashion. Tesla, which we can always count on, good volume this morning. Apple, good volume this morning. Neither have moved a significant amount, but they both have over 1 million shares already. So, yeah, it looks like you can sort of pick some stocks and see what they do as of the opening bell.
Yeah, yeah. I saw Apple being mentioned in chat, so I'm gonna add that on here as well. I mean, 1.5, just up 1.5 this morning, 1.1 million, and again, Tesla also looking good. As you mentioned, I'm gonna put that on there as well. Let's see what's gapping down this morning. DKNG. Yeah.
Just Cody, you're asking what is an at the market equity offering program? GME has gotten very creative recently in basically raising capital. They've come up with all these new terms. Maybe they all exist out there, and they're just leveraging every term they can find. Essentially, it's a secondary offering. They're just issuing more shares, trying to capitalize on the fact that their stock is. Usually, that would mean that they feel their stock is overvalued and they want to take some money out of the market, which makes a lot of sense for GME because I think their stock is overvalued. But that's just me. I mean, we try not to talk the F word too much here. Fundamentals. But it's just if I was the board, I would be issuing stock as well because if they can scrape another $1 billion off of the open market, why not? I mean, I'm not sure what they're doing with it. Hopefully, not opening more stores and shopping malls. But it's a secondary basically. So they issued more shares.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's DKNG's next, and we are down 6.8, 922,000 shares traded. And as you can see here, it's got some volume to it. Peter, what's the news today? Anything driving it?
Good old DraftKings. I don't know if this is major news or not, but apparently Illinois is slapping some new taxes on sports betting. So making it now the second most expensive state in the U.S. for online sports to operate. So I'm not sure what angered Illinois, but they decided they want more taxes on their sports betting. I mean, we've talked about this several times, just the fact that sports betting is everywhere. And it's at least they're advertised on all of the, if you watch live sports now, you can't avoid live sports betting ads, right? They're just all over the place. So FanDuel and DraftKings are listed as two companies, for example, that are going to get hit heavy with this in Illinois. And the expectation is that other states may soon follow in these tax hikes. So that, of course, will be cutting into the profits of these sports betting companies. So that's why DraftKings is seeing a little bit of a slide backwards, a decline in its price before the open here this morning.
All right. I like it today. I'm going to put it on my list. I think it's got great volume, down almost 7% this morning. So I want to add that on there for sure. Next on the list is AY. Not sure what this is. I don't think we ever saw this ticker before. At least I don't remember it. But it's down 5.2, 3.2 million shares traded. Atlantica Sustainable. I don't even know what they do. But yeah, they're on the list this morning, Peter. Again, not usually one that we see quite a bit here.
No, looks like a buyout. Usually buyouts are beneficial to the company being acquired. This is a UK company that's alternative energy company, I think. But they're going to be acquired by Energy Capital Partners and co-investors at a price of $22 a share cash. So I guess being that they're being bought for $22 a share, seems odd that they would agree for a price buyout below the current price. Normally you seek a premium for your company. They are not in this case. That is a little odd. So I have no idea what to make of that, other than probably not a good trading opportunity, and I'm personally not going to be watching it.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad, so I'm gonna stay away from it as well. Last but not least on our list is going to be SE, and this one typically doesn't trade very well. They're down 4.5. We've seen them plenty of time make our gappers list and not get any volume. Again, they trade very light for the most part. Today they're on the list, Peter. Anything worth watching? Again, they don't trade very well at all. Pretty choppy at times.
I got nothing. Not sure why they're moving. No news that I can see. Oh, wait a second. Indonesia's antitrust agency accuses one of the subsidiaries of C Limited of violating competition rules. So there you go. So they're in trouble in Indonesia. That's probably why they're dropping.
Okay. Trying to cheat there, I see. All right, not good for them. Uh,
Well,
all
one of
right.
their subsidiaries are. I'm sure they're backpedaling
Yeah.
away from that subsidiary as fast as they can.
Yep. Yep. All right, friends, let's take a look here on our chat. Before we do that, guys, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday morning as we get ready to start our week, our trading week on a short week that we have here. We do have some economic, I think, inflation data coming out later in this week, so it should be a lot of fun. But as we look to the chats, what do you guys like this morning? Looking in our BBT chat first, and I'll check over on YouTube. There's some good names there that we want to check out. As I scroll through here, I don't see much. You guys are quiet. So Apple, yeah, Apple's on deck. Apple nearing all-time highs. I did see that also in our YouTube chat by Penny, a good long-time viewer, Penny, in chat today. So Apple on deck. They got great volume too, guys. 1.2 million shares trade, as Peter mentioned earlier. That's great volume for Apple, right? They normally don't trade that much volume in the pre-market. So Tesla 1.1 is good, but they do that all the time. Apple
A
is
number of articles
different.
overnight about Apple. They've had a big sales growth in China. So,
Yeah, I saw that.
well, they've had good sales in China. They're not dominant in that market. So the fact that
Mhm.
their sales are up by 52%, that's pretty significant. So looks like they're
Yeah,
gaining a little more traction over a lot of the Android phones that tend to be more popular in that market.
yeah, yes, that's good for them. Yeah, I like Apple for sure, so that'll be on our list. Microsoft, let's take a look how that Microsoft looks today. How are we doing on 904? Okay, so Microsoft this morning, pretty flat, a little bit of volume. Again, just kind of stuck in this range here, right? Been going back and forth, back and forth. So it's always great to watch Microsoft if you have the space. Like today, we got the space to watch Microsoft and some of our usual suspects, so we can throw it on here. But right now, it's not looking too explosive into we see what these tech companies want to do today. I heard Google was dropping, right? Let's see what's going on with Google. Are they down? Yeah, Google's down. I forgot the news because I was running around doing errands this morning, but they're down here on some news, not by much. So again, not sure if you guys like this one. I tend to get away from Google. I just don't like the way it trades, Peter. I'm not sure how your trading is with this ticker. To me, I find the price action very funky at times, unless they have really big
Uh,
news.
You got to pick your days on Google. I did have a trade on Google probably about 2 weeks ago. Surprised me. I wasn't expecting it, but it gave me a good setup. I traded it profitably, but most of the time I just avoid it because you're right, Carlos. It
It
doesn't
trades
always, the
weird.
price action
Yeah.
isn't always good. So, but I watch it just because, as I said, you got to pick your days, right? Find the right day. It can be good for you, but yeah, don't expect to get something exciting every day out of it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, over on YouTube, let's see what you guys got this morning. I don't know who that is, but it ain't me.
Where's this at? Got an echo.
Not
Echo.
sure.
Echo.
Somebody connected.
Oh.
I see Brian connected. All right, I think it was
Hmm.
Brian, so I muted him.
All right.
It is Brian. Okay. All right. Brian connected and then left. I can see his chair is empty there.
Okay. Well,
All
I'm
right.
sure you'll figure it
Good
out.
morning to you, Brian. If you're listening to, go ahead, Brian. We'll share. We'll share you. Good morning to you, Brian. How you doing?
There he
Yeah, I'm
is.
good. How are you?
You're doing good, man. You're doing good. I see you're ready to
Uh,
rock and roll this morning, huh?
he's
For
getting
sure.
there.
Day off?
You-
Yeah.
What's that?
Ready to
Is
get
that a
up.
Ferrari behind you there? A
Let's go
little
bring it
little
back.
baby Ferrari?
Yeah, looks like it is. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
And a bottle of scotch. Boy, I'm liking your office more and more. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Carlos, just to digress for a second, I wish I had I should have kept the picture. No, wait. Do you have can you access our Telegram chat? Twice within like 20 minutes this weekend, both my wife and my good friends here at Bearable Traders sent me the exact same video of this guy that's got this like Scotch cabinet that rises from the floor of their house. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Who sent
That
that
was in
over? That was
our main chat there,
yeah.
and I'm like, I clearly my reputation precedes me, but it was just one of these things where I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, and then unfortunately, no, that is not my house, but yeah, I'd have like a Scotch cabinet that rises out of the floor. That's cool stuff.
Yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
so that was good this weekend. While I'm taking us completely off topic, I want to issue a congratulations to both Paris and of course his wife. Really, Paris was just along for the ride, but his wife is now. I assume she's an ophthalmologist, or she, anyways, officially graduated with her doctorate in. He just called her an eye doctor, but anyways, they had a big celebration this weekend, and Paris. You know what we like to make fun of him for? How he says, "I love you, Tesla." Well, he put his money where his mouth is, and he bought his wife a brand new Tesla as a graduation gift. So he said he poured his Tesla earnings back into Tesla products. So, I got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, I saw the
Anyways,
video. That was a nice
congratulations to both
surprise.
her
Yeah.
and him. So
So
there
I
you go.
can't play that link that we talked about. I'm gonna put it on there if you guys want to watch. It's an Instagram link, so I can't open it. But yeah, it's pretty
Oh, there
awesome
you go.
stuff there. Yeah.
Dr.
Um.
Dave 100 asking my favorite scotch. Well, it depends. I've got some favorites by taste. My go-to, because it's both affordable and tastes good, is the is a Glenlivet, a Caribbean cask. That's the one I typically go to if I'm just grabbing something to drink here at home. So there you go.
All
Although
right.
this weekend I was drinking a Bunnahabhain 12, which was a quite nice, good flavor. It's an Isla Scotch with that's not very peaty. But anyways, enough about Scotch. It's too early on a Monday, well slash Tuesday morning for that. All right.
All right,
What
friends.
else were we talking about? Stocks that are
Uh,
moving.
yeah, stocks that are moving. So heading back to our YouTube chat here, guys. You guys mentioned Amazon, right? So we did look at Apple. We look at Amazon. That's being mentioned by Daniel over on our YouTube chat. So we'll look at this today. We've been sliding down, not with a whole lot of volume, right? This pre-market only 315,000 right now. You could watch it. I mean, when the whole overall market is moving in one direction, this is going to do well. It's going to follow it. Look at it on Friday, what a big drop it had later in the day. Wow, that's interesting. Ending the Friday, going into a holiday weekend. But yeah, I like the way that ended there. I'm going to add that to the list just in case. And then I'm going to look at the next one here. We have is MU. Let's take a look at MU. Yeah, semis are all up. I'm going to go with Nvidia, and I think I have it. Where's AMD? Yeah, I'm going to go with AMD as well. So I'll look at those two for now.
Nvidia's
Um,
price is problematic up here, right? At $1,100 almost. It's high, but it's still a good trader. It's still moving,
yeah.
moves pretty well.
Yeah, it
So
sure does, man. I like it, that's for sure. See, and it's funny on AMD, I don't have the 24, so I got to be careful today because on some stocks I do and some I don't. So Nvidia does not have the 24. Apple does have the data 24th on there, so it's very weird. So I got to be careful today. All right. So yeah, we that's what I like as far as that goes. Let's look at PayPal this morning. Actually, MU is next, then we'll look at PayPal. MU, yeah, just up actually. So PayPal is next. What we got going on with our buddy PayPal today? Not a whole lot of volume, and PayPal can trade very well, but they have to have volume. So if they get the volume at the market open, you can have a nice little play here. It has been down quite a bit. It's in an area of support here in the daily, so maybe it's trying to bounce from there. It is up 2.3. I think this could be a really good possible. Because I got some ones here that are probably not going to watch, like I in SM. Probably not going to be well. Food too. I have it here more because we like the name. So yeah, but let's put it on PayPal. If it's starting to kind of recover here, that can be a good play, but it's got to
GME
get the volume. Yeah,
GME looks surprisingly good. I'm actually surprised at it's moving again. It's got some volume this morning, and
yeah,
doesn't look that bad.
yeah. 8.1 million shares traded right now, up 25%. So doing pretty good. All right, friends. Let's stop here. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We appreciate it. Remember, today we are trading live with Brian, and I'm not sure if it's Lenny or Pierre, but one of those guys is going to hop on and trade live with Brian. Should be a whole lot of fun. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then Andrew sent his newsletter out. I think Brian updated the newsletter on how he's doing, so you can see his updates there. If you've not signed up to the newsletter, I think you can go to the website and sign up and keep up to date with what's happening in our community. So definitely do that. But
It, it's
yeah,
good to see he's still alive out there on Denali. He's apparently they had some weather, a little bit of delay, but they're doing their thing, and he's schlepping his own gear right up the mountain. He's not used to that. He's used to having Sherpas and that. So this is he keeps saying this is one of the toughest ones because he's got to do all the work himself. So as long as he stays safe, that's really what matters. Because said, be very, very angry, and I will haunt him in the afterlife if the party he's throwing for himself at the end of June becomes a wake. That will be horrid. So we're not doing that. All right. Anyways, he's going to do good. Let's talk about what's happening in the community this week. Carlos, you're going to have to help me. When have we settled on doing this onboarding class? Because, of course, we didn't do it yesterday being a holiday. We talked about doing it tonight, maybe
yeah.
7, maybe 8, because remember, tonight's webinar is early, which we'll talk about in a second. So what
Yeah,
time?
no, we're gonna go 8 o'clock tonight. So
8
8 o'clock
o'clock.
will be the onboarding
All right.
webinar, guys.
Okay. So the onboarding webinar will be at 8 o'clock tonight. That's for anybody who's new. If you're new to the chat room, just signed up, well, welcome. So you can say hi in the chat. We'd love to say hi back to you. And you could join the onboarding class. It's a great opportunity to get familiar with all that you can get out of your membership. And if you got some basic questions about trading, whether the configuration, stocks, strategy, don't worry. I mean, bring them all. Carlos is there for you, and we'll give you a hand at the onboarding class tonight at 8. Okay, so that's tonight, Tuesday, not the usual Monday. Also different than normal, tonight's strategy and trade book class will be happening. All right, but Eamon's delivering that, so it's going to be an early one. It's 5 o'clock, not the normal 8 o'clock time, which is why we can do the onboarding at 8. So tonight's trade book session or strategy session, actually, because we're going to be talking with the ABCD strategies and how you can take that strategy and make a trade book out of it. So it fits into our themes perfectly. But again, keep in mind, 1 hour after the market close at 5 o'clock tonight. Next week, Megan is going to be taking the lead back at regular time, 8 p.m., where she'll be talking about how you can use a small account to be profitable. So it does take a slightly different approach to the market using a small account. She'll give you some ideas of how you can do that next week in, oh my God, I can't believe it's June. Next week, Tuesday, June the 4th. Wednesdays, we talk psychology. And again, it's an early time this Wednesday. So this week's webinars are all changed around with the holiday yesterday. And then, of course, doing the Tuesday and Wednesday ones early. So this Wednesday's webinar is a team up with Mike and Eamon. And because of that, they'll be doing it once again at 5 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday, May the 29th. Carlos, if we can scroll up a little bit, we can show everybody the information on that. Thank you. It'll be about the trading mindset, how you can create a support network for yourself as an active trader. And once again, 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then next week, we're back to regular time. It's not listed there, but it's regular time, Wednesday, June the 5th. Dr. Kenneth Reed will be talking about one good entry, and that's, again, on the 5th of June. Thursdays, we talk, we have our mentorship sessions, and we've got 4 of them for you, starting with John at 11 a.m. We then switch gears to talk options with Megan and Jared at 2 o'clock. We then go to an early session that we do at 4 o'clock with Lenny, who's leading that fairly new. Again, Carlos, a little scrolling up there would be good so everybody can see what I'm talking about. Awesome. And then we close out the day at 8 p.m. with Thor. So that's 8 o'clock on Thursday with Thor. So again, those times are 11, 2, 4, and 8 for our 4 mentorship sessions. All right. Hopefully you've got all those in your calendar. You can take advantage of them, including the 2 that we have tonight. All right. 2 sessions tonight. Our strategy and trade book with the ABCD trade book session with Eamon at 5 p.m. And then 8 p.m. we have the onboarding session with Carlos. If you want to join us at Bearable Traders, you can use any of our membership options. The intro offer, of course. By the way, do we still have our promotion going for YouTube, Carlos? Is that happening?
Yeah, that's gonna be I think for a very long time. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. So it's a $1 deal. If you're on YouTube, you can sign up for $1. The code should be posted there into YouTube. Check the chat history in there. You should be able to find it. If not, we'll be able to repost that for you. And I see Reb Free is saying that Andrew's email said onboarding was at 7 o'clock. So we'll just correction here. You heard it live from Carlos. He's the one delivering it. He says it'll be at 8. So if you're there at 7 and it's not happening, dial back in an hour. It'll be at 8. That's when.
Yeah. It'll be at 8 for sure.
Anyways, on our membership levels, by the way, the Elite Annual, look at this. It's the best deal that you'll get all year. The Elite Annual is 60% off. Use the code Memorial60, get 60% off that deal. So it's a great deal right there, and it's on right now for only $9.99, just under $1,000 for the whole year. So it's a great deal. Take advantage of it while you can. And by the way, if you're in a current membership, you can take advantage of that. It'll get added to the end of your existing membership, and you'll get it'll lock in that price right now. So Memorial60 is the code to take advantage of that deal. If you want information on the markets anytime, by the way, don't forget, tradingterminal.com sponsors this pre-market show, and it's available for you 24/7 online. It's got scanners and a simulator and a replay mode and all sorts of good stuff. Market data, of course, and the news. It's all available at tradingterminal.com, so go check it out, and we are sure that you will find value, if I can say it. So check it out, and we'd love to get your feedback and comments, because we continue to work on making Trading Terminal the best possible tool for active traders. All right, so let's set some levels. Carlos is going to do that. We're running a little bit behind now, but we'll get ourselves ready for that open and hand it over to our live traders that'll take you through the open, and we'll be doing that live, by the way, on YouTube, so stay tuned here, and we'll show you what live trading looks like in the room. And hopefully that will, encourage you to join. By the way, give us a like and a thumbs up. That we appreciate that. I guess that's the same thing. It helps the growth of the channel. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll get updates as to what we're posting and all the live information. It's great for us, and we greatly appreciate it. Where are we sitting at this morning? I forgot to look, because the growth has been phenomenal over the last little while. 267,000 subscribers. Man, we are going to make Andrew give away lots of stuff when he gets back. So don't forget about that. Stay tuned here every day, because as Andrew gets back, we're going to remind him. He's promised laptops, so he's got a couple of laptops he's going to have to give away as soon as he gets back, and we'll do that. And of course, if we can get to that magical 1 million subscribers, we still have a long way to go, we acknowledge, but there will be a Tesla given away. With that, we promise you. I am 100% convinced that we are going to make that happen. So if we can make these subscribers happen, we will be giving away a car, damn it. So
yeah, I think the way we're going, that'll happen by the end of this year for sure. It's
that'd be great.
Too fast.
That'd be
great. So, all right, guys, get some levels in here. Then we'll hand it off to Brian and whoever's trading with him in a few minutes here. We'll go through this quickly, guys. Dell high of the pre-market 169. That is your all-time highs. I don't see anything else above that. Remember, this stock is new. 2018, I think, was when they had their IPO around that. And actually, it's older. Is it 2018? Thought it was older, but yeah. No, 2018. Yeah, 2018. So fairly recent compared to the ones that have been here forever. 169 is the high and their all-time high.
It had traded previously, by the way. Dell was been publicly traded for a long time, but they did go through. They went through a stock split, and I think they renamed it and a couple of things. So, anyways, yeah.
Okay, what was the name before? Do you remember? What's the name before? That's interesting.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't. No.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. But yeah, it's they've been, look at this daily, look at the weekly. They've been cranking. I mean, this year they crushed it last year, obviously here, and this year they're just kind of doubling it. So man, they're doing well. This morning, guys, all-time highs 169. So slam a level there, and then I do have in the pre-market this 166.16 level as well. So I'm going to mark that there. And then once you do that, there's nothing else above that, above the price action. You do have towards the bottom your previous day close, and you can mark down this 154.37. So again, looking good this morning. I have them on my list. They're cranking. I mean, it's just they're doing very, very well. Here's Nvidia as it continues its climb here. We are now high of the pre-market in our all-time high around 1100 here, 1103, 1104 is what I have. So definitely a slam a level there. And then towards the bottom, you do have a level around 1085 is a good area. Then below that, guys, highs and lows for the last two trade days. Now note, Here, I do not have the 24th data, right? So data from Friday is not on here for whatever reason. So again, in fact, you know what? I'm not going to do levels for that because that's going to be off. I don't know what the daily looks like for Friday. Apple looks good. I do have 24 on here, so we'll do levels for this. High of the pre-market, we're looking at 194.81 towards the bottom, right where the price action is 192.78. Good area of resistance there that we're kind of hanging out here now, trying to find support around that area. Let's see if this thing can really get going. Ray, yeah, I restarted a couple of times and it didn't work. Let's do it again. Do it quickly here. We'll do this. We'll restart it. 1 sec. Here we go. Let's see. Apple has it.
Yeah.
There we go. And
24th.
everybody has it now.
24th.
Oh, good, good, good.
There you go.
So going back to Dell then, right? So Dell previous day closes right on the high from 2 days ago, right? So that's good. And now we have it for Apple. We had it for Dell. Excellent. Okay. Moving on to Apple, guys. So again, once you mark the pre-market high at 194, towards the bottom, you're set. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days, and you are looking pretty good on Apple here. Are we hitting all-time highs? Not yet. Close. We're nearing
Not
it,
yet.
right? All-time highs for Apple is
We
going to
are.
be 199.54. Well, not nearing it, but compared to the way these stocks move, that's like in their backyard right now.
Look at Nvidia.
196.47
Oh,
as well for Apple there. Next we have is Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's just stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days, but it can trade very well. We've seen Tesla, even though it doesn't, it's been stuck in this range, it can give you some good opportunities. I mean, look at this going the full length of that range here, almost, and then here another big day. So once in a while they put in a big day. I'm gonna mark down this 176.75, which is off the low of the pre-market here, actually a little bit higher, right over here. 176.98. And once you do that, you're kind of surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Last one on here is going to be DKNG, friends, and we're going to look at the low of the pre-market 37. And we do have our highs and lows for the last 2 trading days on DKNG here. A lot of activity, 1 million shares traded. So looking pretty good there this morning. All right, so Brian is going to be up next. I do have Brian. Who's trading with Brian, Peter? I don't see them connected yet. We got to make sure we get them going here. So we can switch over
I don't know.
anytime. Oh,
They've traded days on me, so it's either Lenny
okay.
or Pierre. One of the two of them are going to be jumping in there. But
Gotcha.
I'll find out when you find out. I guess when they jump in. So
All right.
should be
We'll see what happens
fun
here.
either way. Yeah.
All right. So on our
Good morning,
moderators list, friends, we do have just a couple up here: Nvidia, AMD, Apple. Secondary list: Dell and Mara. Ooh, and I skipped Thor, our
Ooh,
good buddy Thor.
yeah.
AMD, Tesla, Nvidia, futures as well. Mike will be looking at Nvidia and Apple. And Megan, GameStop, Apple, Tesla, Dell. I think that's probably one of the biggest lists Megan has put out there. She keeps it very simple, one or two. But today she likes four. Brian looking at AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, and DKNG. I think Brian just copied my list. That's okay. I like it. Like it. All right. Very good.
I'm getting mine. I'm slow. Here, hold on. Here it is.
All right. Let's see Brian's list. Here it is: AMD, Tesla, Nvidia, secondary, GameStop, DKNG, and QCOM. And Phil just came in as well: Nvidia, AMD, and TSM. All right, friends, we're going to switch over to Brian and Pierre. They're going to jump on here and get things going. Guys, trade safe. Stick around for the live trading. Hit that thumbs up. Did we get to our goal today? Let me see. What are we sitting at as far as likes? Our goal is 300, guys. So help us get to 300. We're sitting at 222. So good number.
222.
But we'd
Yeah.
love to get to 300 if we can. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you at 8:30. Stick around for Brian and Pierre.
Trade smart, everybody.
Hey, good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody's long weekend? Hope it was good. All right. Well, it's a continuation. Seems to be a theme here. We've got Nvidia breaking out through 1100 now, which is awesome. I'm still holding some just as a swing trade long.
Yeah, everything
just
looks
actually
pretty strong this morning.
Yeah, well, a few things. We've got Microsoft just barely in the red. We've got Meta in the red, Amazon in the red, Google in the red. So it's not all about the Mag 7 this morning. There's lots of commentary the weekend I was listening to about how everybody seems to feel the market's being dragged up by like about 3 stocks. And you can guess which 3 they are. So, yeah, anyway, it's an interesting market. Ooh, Apple just took a bit of a dive here.
Yeah, Apple drop here.
Apple's been on a bit of a tear recently, of course. Ooh, Tesla's taken a bit of a dive here too.
Nvidia is still going. Nvidia is pretty strong.
Nvidia's crazy. AMD's joining the party. Ooh, Tesla's really dropping. Ooh, you look at Tesla too. Tesla's tanking. I was thinking Tesla would be a decent short, but now it's really extended. I was looking at Apple, was looking a little weak. I was thinking it would be a good short, but now it's really extended.
Oh yeah, what a drop on Tesla there.
Tesla and Apple. I don't know what the heck happened there, but okay. GME is dropping a bit. GME, I don't know what's going on there. If there's been some news on GME, or if it's just Jared loves GME, maybe he's just like he's been buying it this morning. I don't know. Buying it up. Yeah, Dell pretty extended. I'm watching Dell. Dell look like
Dell's at all-time high. Am I right?
Yeah.
Looks like
wow, Dell is moving. Yeah. Let's take a look at what Dell looks like here. Dell, of course, being, people perceive Dell as being one of the big beneficiaries of these data center build-outs. Yeah, Dell's got a big order, big ask at 170, big ask at 170.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dell, actually Dell could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm liking Dell this morning.
Yeah.
Right, market open.
I'm going to add that to my list. Okay, here we go.
No volume on Dell yet.
Dell's dropping. Oh, yeah, Tesla's dropping more.
Tesla bounced in low 175. Yeah.
I just shorted some Tesla. It's going to come down here, maybe test this 175 level again. Some big orders building there.
Volume came in on Dell.
AMD is breaking out, so is Nvidia. Wow. Kind of reluctant to chase this. Here we go with Tesla. There we go. Just covered some at 75.16.
Nice short on Tesla. Still no trade for me as I'm waiting a first 5-minute candle as always.
Here, just covered some more at 175.
AMD is breaking down here.
Yeah.
Mara is really strong there.
Google really busted a move here. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cover some more here at 174.65.
Oh yeah, Tesla
All
is
right.
weak. Good one.
Here we go. We're coming down to 174 maybe. Friday's low was under 174, 173.70-ish. It's covered some more, 174.48. What's Apple doing? Apple's bouncing back a
Trying to
bit.
be up here.
Yeah. There we go with 170. Oh, yes. Just covered some more, just 174.
Oh yeah, Tesla is really weak. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you could see it was gapping down. It was trading below the VWAP, and the last couple of 2-minute candles really showed that buyers were getting ready to step in. Here's your loss of 174, and I'm probably going to get out of the rest of it right here.
Tesla, Apple is at the VWAP here. Interesting.
Wow, here we go. Nvidia's breaking out, and interestingly, AMD is breaking down.
Selling off, yeah.
It's at yesterday's high. Well, let's see if I'm sure there's got to be a bounce. There's going to be a bounce here on Tesla. I'm not really keen on playing it, but
935. See for potential R&B 5-minute there.
here's your bounce on Tesla. Yeah, I kind of felt like the sellers were just jumped on it as soon as it as soon as it started to open. Yeah, look at that. So what did I tell you? Bounce on Tesla right at Friday's low. Just made a lot of sense to get a bounce there. Dell's bouncing back. Man, oh man, Nvidia is just so strong.
Yeah, Dell really bounced back there. Was looking at Dell for potential short, but I don't like that it came back to the VWAP like really quick. Too big candle, so no trade there. AMD is still weak.
Well, if anybody's still short, Tesla 173 looks pretty doable right now. Apple's bouncing back here.
Yep.
Could be a level on Tesla at 169, 170 could be an area where it ultimately goes to.
That was
This
a good
week,
bounce
anyway.
on Apple
Wow, yeah.
from 991.
191 to all the way back up here. It's a big order, or big ask at 193 for Apple.
Still no trades for me. Not really liking anything.
So we got to 193 on AMD, or on Apple, I should say. Now we're doing a bit of a pullback here. Still think it's might be viable here. Doing a little bit of a long on Apple at 192.72 for this bounce. Oh, not going to bounce, eh? Did bounce a bit there. Man, Nvidia is just powerhousing up here. Probably 1120.
Yeah, Nvidia is really strong. I like Mara for a potential short. So I'm short Mara here. Dell is going back over the VWAP.
Took a bit of some long on Nvidia and some calls just to get through this 1120. Man, it's up like $55. Wow, my God, humanity.
Tesla is finding support at what's that level? 2 days ago low. Bouncing a bit here. I got stopped out on Mara. Try to play ABCD pattern there on a retracement towards the 90 MA with a volume that was going down, but Mara decided just to pop over the VWAP, so I got out of that one. Let's see if there's some potential 15 minutes R&B in play today. AMD is still pretty weak, while Nvidia is running.
And Nvidia is getting a little bit toppy here. We'll see. There's still some big orders to the upside.
Apple is testing the VWAP again.
Okay, on flat right now, so nothing, no positions on.
Yeah, same for me. The 5-minute R&B on AMD would have been great. Didn't catch it, unfortunately. That was good setup there.
Tesla's trying to hold on to this Friday low here. And Nvidia, wow, AMD's gone red on the day. That's interesting. Holy crap, holy. SPY is going to go red on the day. Or Qs, I should say. Qs are going to go red on the day. Dow is already red. Dipped into the red here. Wow, AMD's really selling off. Surprising. I'm just going to pull my focus back here. AMD. All right, so Nvidia pulled back. Almost got to the VWAP there. Let's see what AMD looks like. AMD's got a big ask at 165, a big bid at 165, I should say.
Yeah, AMD is really weak today. Took a bit of a short on it at 165.60. It's just going to covering some here at 25. 165.25. See if we get to 165 here. I'm going to cover some more. 165.08. Yeah, Nvidia is dropping too. Same for Apple.
Wow.
Pretty much everything.
Wow, Qs have really gone into the red.
Tesla is the only one really trying to hold here.
Trying to hold, yeah. I'm just I'm out of the rest of AMD. There's not a lot of bids down further, so I'm just a little bit concerned that it may bounce here. Wow, Nvidia lost both 9 and 20 moving average and the VWAP just like that. Dell is dropping too.
Nvidia is trying to bounce on pre-market high there.
SPY is going to go red by the looks of it. Getting a bounce on Nvidia. Same with AMD. All right, GME. Megan. Oh yeah, that was quite the rollover on GME.
Apple is trying to hold the low of the day there.
BA is bouncing back, eh?
CPA. Oh yeah, BA is strong today. Wow.
AMD
Not
is
a
probably
lot of volume though.
AMD might go back green. Tesla or Nvidia's maybe bouncing here, heading back up. A little bit nervous about going long on AMD just because that was quite a sell-off. So I don't know, maybe some technical damage done there. That 169.40 level on where we rejected on AMD was pretty close to pre-market high. So all right, Tesla putting in a bit of a bottom here. Maybe GME, same thing.
Same for AMD, trying to bounce.
Nice.
It's back over the 9 EMA.
There goes AMD back to green. What's MU doing? MU's same sort of price action as AMD here. Excuse me. Wow, Dell is still looking weak here. Let's see what it looks like on. Yeah, it's got some orders to the downside here. Still 161, 160. Dell just not giving much of an opportunity to get in here. Need a bit of a bounce, maybe. It just took out 162.
Yeah, Dell is no buyers today.
No bueno.
Well, Dell is getting really extended on the daily, so
Yeah.
pullback is
And
expected at some point.
Yeah, and Dell The spread on Dell is sometimes not great. So it's as much as 40 cents sometimes. So you can be
Hmm.
careful with that. Hmm. Serious FOMO on Dell right now. Wow, Tesla came ripping back here. That was a nice little bounce. I don't know if anybody caught that one. Yeah, BA's actually looking pretty good here. It's bouncing back. Had a bad day. They had a bad day last week. Just came out with some financial numbers, I think, that weren't about their cash flow for the year. I think it took a few people by surprise.
AMD is going back to the VWAP here. Might be interested in a short here. Let's see how it plays out around the VWAP.
Yeah, AMD's could be interesting here. It's gotten through the 9. It's up at the 20 right now. Wow. Nvidia came ripping back, not surprising. Back to, close to high day.
I'm playing the rejection short on AMD here. It's my 15 minutes RNB. Yeah, Tesla is back over the VWAP.
I know.
Had a
Yeah,
nice little
I'll
bounce
join
there.
joining you on that trade once at 167.11.
On AMD.
Yes.
Nice. Nvidia is going there.
Yeah, Nvidia's back to high day. Just covering a bit here at 166.80.
See
It's
if
right back up
AMD
at
can go
9.
back red.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see it go back red. I just covering some just to lock some profits in case it comes back up. Got more orders to the upside on AMD. That's what concerns me about this trade.
Yeah, and that hammer on the 5-minute chart is it's not the most convincing.
Just it's holding this 9 EMA now. I'd like to see it drop through there convincingly.
Yeah, drop and close under. That's the first step.
Qs are bouncing back. SPY has gone red on the day. Here we go. This is what we're looking for on AMD.
Yeah, we need to see it close under that 9 EMA.
Here's Tesla's, or not Tesla, Nvidia making a new high.
Tesla is testing the VWAP again.
Yeah, from the top side this time. Here we go with AMD. I'm going to cover some 67. Just a little bit more just to lock in some profits. Just feels like it's trying to hold here. Seems to be a buyer here around 166.60. So we can step away. We can drop down to 165 maybe, or at least through 166.
Yeah, 166 will be my first target
Yeah.
for AMD.
Yeah, that could be possible. Yeah, everybody's selling AMD to buy Nvidia. I think now the big deal is the split, right? Everybody's buying Nvidia for the split too. When that happens really soon, doesn't it? Like on the 8th or of June, like the 7th.
Yeah, I think in a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah. What do you think, Megan? Do you like this short? It just seems like they're supporting it. They're not letting it go red again. Dell at the 9 EMA. I'm wondering if it's going to reject there. Same with the Qs right at the 9 EMA right now. SPY looks like it's heading lower. Consumer confidence. Thanks for the heads up, Aaron. Here we go. Now this is what I'm liking. Now we're liking this. Yeah.
There you go.
Liking this. Here we go. Nice. It's probably going to bounce here. It might, or at least it could. This is PDC. So just take a little more off. 166.45.
Tesla lost the VWAP too.
Yeah, that was a pretty harsh roll over there.
Yeah, AMD's trying to bounce on previous day close.
Same with Dell. Dell got through the 9. Now it's going for the 20. Qs have come ripping back. Same with the SPY. Buying brigade came storming in here. Whoa. Nvidia bounced off a VWAP again after pulling back. All right. I'm back to break even on my AMD trade, so I'm going to get out of the rest of it there at we're pretty much break even. So the partials got me profitable on that trade, so I'm happy with that. Not as happy as I could have been if we'd have lost PDC, but I kind of expected we'd get a bit of a bounce at PDC. Wow, the Qs are really ripping here. Back up. So consumer sentiment number must have been bad. What was the consumer sentiment number? Anybody pick that up? 102.
Oh, Tesla is bouncing there.
Yeah, it's probably all this. It's probably the consumer sentiment number. Estimate 96. Ooh, so really blew things out of the water there, eh? The consumer is confident. All right, well, Apple came ripping back there. Sort of held Friday's high, and coming back into the moving averages there. Yeah, look at AMD now going back up. It's going to get into some of these levels of liquidity. 168. Dell doing a bit of a PDC or VWAP rejection there. Again, I just don't like Dell's spread.
Apple is back at the VWAP almost.
Yeah.
Might find some rejection there.
Nvidia is looking a little weak. It looks like it's kind of topped out here. Indexes are pretty flat. SPY is just barely green. IWM is flat. It's gone a little bit red. Qs are just a little bit up. And the Dow is down a lot, which is kind of surprising. Something must be dragging the Dow down. Here was Apple. Apple's gone back at the VWAP now. There's nothing for liquidity around Apple at all.
Yeah. Got out of AMD over the VWAP too. 7.5.
Qs are powering back up here. It just seems like maybe this number was pretty motivating for people. See what's Amazon. Amazon had a nice bounce back there. tested pre-market low and came ripping back up. So I'm just looking for something to trade here. I'm not finding anything I'm really keen on. I've had a couple of good trades here this morning already, shorting Tesla, shorting AMD.
Yeah, your short on Tesla was great. That was a good one.
Yeah. I had to chase it because it just kept it just dropped. But this book map helped show me where it was going, which gave me the confidence to stay in that trade. Apple's still strong. Apple's going back to maybe to high of day here, which would be somewhere in the 192.50 range. Could be, but again, it's not really great. There's a bit of liquidity here, but not much.
For me, I won't take any more trade today. I lost one on AMD and I lost one on Mara. So was two good setups, so good execution was fine, just didn't work out. But
yeah,
good trades.
That's the important thing. You followed your rules and you stopped out when the trade didn't work out. That's the key. So here we go. We're going to 192 on Apple.
The only thing about AMD when I look back at it is the candle on the 5 minute there. That hammer was the only red flag. Rest was looking good.
The Dell is going right back to Friday's high. AMD is broken out through Friday's high. Yeah, so that consumer confidence number really lit a fire into the markets here.
Yeah, AMD still going. Look at that.
There's still a lot of orders to the downside on Tesla. So 173.50, 173. Right now it's heading up. Looks like it's this 175.50 areas where there's a there's a seller there. But the Qs are continuing to push up higher here. So
Nvidia is stuck in a range there.
Yeah. What a run today, even up 50, another $50. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some some of Nvidia swing trade I have on. I don't have a lot of shares, but might take some off here just because I feel like it's so extended. What a major gap here this morning too. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Q is kind of running out of steam here now. After that pop, see if it see where it heads from here. Apple's pulling back now.
Testing the VWAP again. Wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce there.
Nvidia is kind of rolling over a bit. It's definitely running out of enthusiastic buyers. Let's just say that.
Yeah, Nvidia looks choppy. Hard to trade today. I think I'm gonna call it a day here, Brian.
Okay,
We'll accept those
cheers.
those 2 trade loss and look forward for tomorrow. I'll be trading with you tomorrow
Okay.
again.
All right, sounds good. Have a good rest
Have
of
a
your
great
day.
day. Have a great day, everyone.
I'm sure it's nice there in Colombia. It's pouring rain here in Vancouver today. Won't be any sun tanning. Kind of thinking about Tesla for a short. Sort of an order building here at 176, so maybe not. Looks like it more of a long than a short. It's actually made a higher low. It's probably going to 176 now. Q is kind of rolling over a little bit here. Same with Nvidia. Same with AMD. Yeah, with long weekends, you've got to reset your charts to get the pivot points up. Yeah, there goes Tesla through 176. Well, I'm glad I didn't take that short. Yeah, just it made a higher low. That was a wise decision. Should have actually taken it long the way it traded there. Nvidia lost VWAP. That's interesting. Mr. T, if you took that long, that was a nice trade. Again, sort of like that pullback gave you a higher low to enter on. Plus, there was some liquidity starting to build up around 175.50 and then 176. So it seemed like that's where the stock wanted to go in terms of price. That was 173. Pull back, yep. Pull back got bought. There goes the Qs. SPY just ripped. Don't know what that was all about. Apple back up to this 192 level. Again, I'm just now I'm just I don't know. I just don't see anything that kind of missed out on that Tesla long. That would have been a good trade, but I was thinking short. Should have flipped my thinking there. Yeah. Can you hear that? That's amazing. That's just it's just a truck outside. I think they've been building a house next to mine, not next to mine, two doors down. But big pop and big drop. Everything's pretty choppy right now. It's just it's getting into a type of market that it's getting hard to trade here this time of day. Trying to figure out where stocks are going to go here. Getting pops or getting drops. They're pretty decent in size too. SPY is sort of bouncing back and forth between red and green here. Brendan, what did you do today? AMD and Tesla, same as me. Nice. ARM is strong today. I know some other people were mentioning ARM in the room too. Wow. Yeah, ARM's really on a tear. It's kind of breaking out of a bit of a range here. And it's getting into another sort of trading range. This looks like, to me, this looks like a Megan trade. She loves these boxes, trading boxes. Yeah. Yeah, take a look at AMD. Kind of just breaking out of a bit of a trading range here. Or not AMD, ARM. AMD is going back to high of day here. Wow, Baba's. I'm just looking at Baba here. It's really pulled back from that spike it had up a week ago. It was at 90. Now it's down at 80. Yeah, AMD looks like it's going to go higher here. All right, guys. So it is. Yeah. So what do you think? Megan, are you going to jump in or ARM? The pool is warm. Maybe not warm enough. Give it some time, eh? To see what it does in this range. Yeah, it's really extended on any chart you want to look at here. 5-minute chart, it's really extended. 2-minute chart, really extended, needs a pullback if you're even going to consider getting into it. There goes AMD. Looking like 170 could be possible here. All right. Anybody else trading anything? Like I said, I'm kind of sitting on my hands now. I've had a decent morning. I don't want to just take a trade for the sake of taking a trade here. Qs are kind of stuck in a range right now. We've been range bound for the last say 20 minutes or so. Excuse me. These are allergies, maybe. Let's see what Tesla's doing. Tesla looks a little bit weak right now. Here's the music. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had some good morning with some trades there. And lots of good possibilities. So like, subscribe, and we'll probably see you in the morning. Take care.